Sussex Sharks moved to the top of the South Group of the NatWest T20 Blast with a thumping 7-wicket win, their 4th in a row, their latest coming with 28 balls to spare against struggling Middlesex at Lord's. Put in after losing the toss, Middlesex lost the returning Derby Milan to T-Mal Mills's first ball with a slash to Chris Liddle. Mills struck again at the start of his second over. Nick Compton bowled on the pull and that left it to Paul Sterling to get the innings moving with this 6th in the same over. In spite of his team's rotten run again in this format, Sterling has had a good tournament. Here he took 3 fours off a Liddle over to have Middlesex up to 33 for 2 at the end of their first 5 overs. Latterly though, Sterling has got out before taking advantage of his start and on 23 he tugged a shot off Michael Yardie to Mills. Throughout this campaign, the home side have failed to build many partnerships, and that tends to mean that the boundaries dry up. Owen Morgan and John Simpson did their best in carrying the total up to 69 for 3 at the halfway stage, only for Simpson, in form of late, to mistime a shot off Matt Machin, which landed in the hands of Harry Finch. Simpson on his way for 14. 72 for 4 in the 11th over became 89 for 5 after 14, as Morgan on 27 was well grasped behind the stumps by Craig Kachopa off Stephen Pilot. Rather remarkably, Middlesex, a side which had lost its previous 5 games in this competition, went 8 overs without finding a single boundary, and it was left to Andrew Balbirnie to finally give the home support something to cheer about in the penultimate over of the innings. But in the last one he pulled Mills to George Bailey to go for 18, before 3 balls later James Franklin, who hadn't found the fence once from his 30 deliveries, was run out for 26, beaten by Liddle's throw from the finest of legs. Mitchell McClenaghan's first innings in Middlesex colours lasted 1 ball as the magnificent Mills finished with the best figures of his T20 career of 4 for 22, Middlesex making 133 for 8 from their 20 overs, all of the Sharks bowlers having a successful evening in the North London sunshine. 134 was never going to be a test for the visitors once Chris Nash smashed the first 2 balls of the reply to the boundary off his former Sussex teammate Ollie Rayner. 13 runs came off the first over and the Sharks were off and swimming. Nash was out in the second over though for 12, McClenaghan winning an LBW with his second ball for his new county. In spite of that, Sussex still made full use of the power play overs, their confidence from some incredible wins in recent games there for all to see. This was to turn out to be one of their least dramatic victories. Machin took 3 fours off a single Harry Podmore over, while Luke Wright did the same to Franklin before depositing Ravi Patel over the rope as the visitors rushed to a total of 76 for 1 after 9 overs. Wright, who'd scored hundreds in each of his last 2 innings, one incredible one in this competition in Bristol last Friday and then one in the Championship against Warwickshire, was in a clear rush to get his side over the line, and McClenaghan wasn't causing him too many problems. Only though for the Sussex skipper to then badly mistime a shot which would have taken him to his 50, but instead offered Morgan the simplest of catches. Wright was out for 47 while McClenaghan struck for a 3rd time in his next over to remove Machin for 30, the Kiwi impressing with 3 for 24 from his 4 overs. But in spite of his efforts, only 40 runs were needed off the last 8 overs, and that target was reduced to 23 off 7 after Kachopa went after Patel, these 2 maximums coming off successive deliveries from the left-arm spinner. The Sharks were cruising to their 6th win from 10, with Bailey able to see his side over the line with bags of time to spare. In fact, the winning hit was made off the second ball of over number 16, Bailey helping himself to 16 and Kachopa 24. Ever since Sussex came from nowhere to beat Hampshire in Southampton 2 weeks ago, they've never looked back. For Middlesex though, the news goes from bad to worse. They are now 4 points adrift at the foot of the South Group table and have little chance of making it into the quarter-finals, while Sussex have become the in-form side in this tournament and sit on top of the table with 13 points. They now have a massive game at home to Kent on Friday, while Middlesex head across town for the London derby with Surrey.